Astonished Discoverers, welcome back, guys. Happy Sunday Fun Day. So today's video, I'm going to talk about the 4 days academy that I was at for the United States Postal Service and 3 days on the job training. So let's get right into it. So I attended academy. Day one, yes, we got there. It was from 7:30 to 4. We had 2 instructors. Pretty much on day one, they introduced themselves, and then we went around the classroom. There was probably like 12 of us in the classroom, and we we talked about why we joined the post office and what we were doing before that and what office we're going to be going to. And then those instructors, they shared their experience as well. They gave us an hour lunch, 2 10-minute breaks, and we practice casing mail. So pretty much what casing the mail is, it's like a cubicle with all different slots, different street names. So you pretty much take the letters, the flats, and then you put them in each slot according to street. And it can take some time, obviously, if you're brand new, because the streets are all over the place. So they pretty much timed us on, how much time it took us to case maybe 18 flats and 18 letters. So it was always 18 flats, 18 letters, and they timed us. And yeah, that was pretty much day one. We just watched videos, went over basic stuff. Day two, same thing. It was 7:30 to 4. We came in. Um, and we wrote our names down. We grabbed scanners, and we practiced casing mail again for maybe like 10-15 minutes. They timed us on that. And then day two was pretty much felt like I was back in school, because all we did was talk about different types of mail, like priority mail, certified mail, express mail, what to do in certain situations, accountable mail. And then we had workbooks in front of us. We went over modules and stuff, and went over stuff in the workbooks. And then at the end, we went over questions, and they went around the room, and we gave answers and stuff. So that was day two. And then day three, it was all about the LLV. Same thing. We got there at 7:30. Came in the morning. First thing we did again, they had us practice casing mail for a few minutes. And we sat down, watched a couple videos, and then we went outside. And then the instructor went over the LLV, pretty much like 20 something things you look for when you first get in your LLV. Make sure the headlights work, make sure the turn signals work, your hazards work. Do a quick check of the whole vehicle. Make sure there's nothing leaking. Make sure the tires are good. Just like a thorough checklist of the LLV. So that was pretty much day three. Then on our last day of the academy, which was graduation day, same thing. We got there at 7:30 in the morning. Again, we practiced casing mail for a few minutes, and then we actually went outside and we delivered mail. Like, same thing, like a mock setup. They gave us letters, flats, and DDMs, which is everyday direct mail, or EDDMs. And then each one of us took turns driving the LLV, stopped at every curbside mailbox, put the mail in. Then we went to the next mailbox, and so on. And then the next student came, and they took their turns, and pretty much we collected the mail after them. So then we went back inside, and we finished up the modules in the workbook, and we went around, and they asked questions. We reviewed the workbook, and that was it. And then at the end, they gave us some stuff. They gave us this satchel right here, which is pretty cool, with the logo. I got a vest, because obviously I don't have my full uniform yet, because I think that's 90 days or something. So they gave us a vest with the logo. And then also I had this beanie hat inside, so it was pretty cool. I got these three things. So that was the pretty much 4 days academy. Nothing really to it. Just make sure you show up. You're there. I mean, that goes a long way. So obviously, I always made sure I got there like 15 minutes early and whatnot. Then I think oh yeah, the next day actually I thought I was gonna have a break in between, but the next day I was supposed to report to my office for OJT, which is on the job training, and meet my OJI, on the job instructor. So I actually got to my office 10 minutes early. I went inside and spoke to the postmaster, and he said my OJT was actually off for a few days. So he sent me to a neighboring office, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I went to a different office, which is like 10 minutes away. Went inside, spoke to the supervisor there. I'm like, hey, I'm from this office. My OJI is not there, so they told me to come here. And she's like, okay, wait in the break room. And then a guy came out. He introduced himself, and that was going to be my OJI. But man, let me tell you, it was definitely intimidating at first, like walking into the office. I mean, it was just a lot of moving pieces, like a super busy environment. I walked in, and there was like so many people, at their cubicles casing. There's, supervisors, yelling out different things, and people moving hampers and getting the mail ready for the day, and getting in their trucks, and all the LLVs are moving around. It was a lot to take in. So met my instructor, and day one, day one, pretty much we went, and he introduced himself, and we went right to his cubicle. He showed me his little office thing. So we went, and he showed me how to case the mail on the streets that he has. So I did that for about an hour or so. And then I grabbed an LLV, he grabbed his, and I followed him to his first stop. And then pretty much he knows a route like the back of his head, and he's been doing it for about 10, 11 years. So he gave me half the mail. He took some of the mail, so pretty much he gave me some cluster boxes. A lot of his route is half cluster boxes. The other is like park and loop. Pretty much you park the vehicle and then just walk to different houses on the street. So he gave me the cluster boxes, which is pretty cool. And then that was day one. And then day two, it was actually pouring the whole day. So you know what? I had to get used to the elements. So day two, it was raining out. Same thing. I met him at 8 o'clock in the morning. I grabbed an LV. So did he. I followed him to his destination. Then that day was Marriage Mill, which is like circulars and stuff from supermarkets. So it was pretty hectic. Like, so he gave me half the mail, and he took the mail. He pretty much told me to deliver on this street, and then we would go to his next stop. He'd take half the mail for that side, and I would take half the mail. So, but the day went quick. I mean, I had a poncho on, made sure, I didn't get super drenched and stuff. So I was kind of prepared. And then day three, pretty much met him again at 8 o'clock in the morning. That was my last on-the-job training there. So day three, pretty much I did a couple cluster boxes. Then I did a lot of side streets. I think that day I did a lot of the mail, and he pretty much observed me. I asked a lot of questions. He helped me and guided me along. But he also told me that wasn't going to be my home office. So it's going to be different when I get to my office. But that was my 3 days on the job training. Pretty much case mail. He showed me how to organize the mail in the truck, scan the packages, get the LLV ready, then go out to your route, go out to your first stop. And that was it. Start delivering, and we were done by 5 pretty much every day. So yeah, that was my 3 days on the job training. So wasn't too bad. And then I go to my office tomorrow, and that's gonna be my first day actually. So I'm gonna make a video about that, about my first day. Pretty much, think I'll be delivering on my own. I'm sure, unless they give me some help or something, but we'll see. But yeah, so overall the academy wasn't too bad. On the job training was pretty cool. Definitely a lot to take in those 3 days. I see what these guys go through. It's a hectic, crazy environment for sure. And but yeah, so we'll see how it goes next few weeks, and just stay tuned for more videos. But thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day.